So, over the weekend, the Street Fighter League US finals happened. They were actually supposed to happen like a month ago, but they got postponed because of the fires in LA. So they had to do them at the absolute last minute. So the gameplay was really good. It was, I recommend watching the matches because they were really high level stuff. But there was also a lot of technical issues that dragged the runtime a bit. I think there was like 3 hours of pre-show before the first match. So you might want to do some skipping if you're going to go back and watch it. Spoiler warning for the results, I guess. FlyQuest won. It was FlyQuest versus Bandits in grand final.
Throw, next interaction might be able to close it out, if not close.
This matchup sucks for Delson, by the way.
A single frame trap can't open up Luimon. That could have been disastrous if it was punish countered. Perfect parry, getting the side switch. Luimon, how are you going to cook up?
All Punk faces that punish counter.
Is it going to be? No, he couldn't get it into the level 3.
That was such a good decision, by the way. I just want to. This isn't supposed to be a match analysis, but I just want to say real quick: this decision by Punk not to level 3 is 100% the correct choice there, because it wouldn't have killed. And being in burnout with no bars against Dalsim is not where you want to be. He made the right choice not to super there, and then saves it.
Punk the God doing it again for his team. FlyQuest is your.
I mean, yeah, it's better to not DRC in the first place, but if you've already committed to sort of get an eyeball for the damage output, he made the right choice to change his mind. Anyway, so there you go. There was a bit of a pop-off. Let me just show you this.
Explain what's going on with that. You guys got a big rivalry or something going on.
It's no real rivalry. My rivalry is with the Dominican community, and I want all of them to know that they're very quiet right now, and now they know who's the best in the world, and they ain't gonna say nothing to me no more.
Look at Shine. Look at Shine's expression while Punk is popping off. The side eye is crazy. Did you guys see Shine catch that crazy stray on Twitter as well? Like one of the angry like DR fans was like yelling at Shine. That was really funny. So anyway, why am I talking about this today? It's because after the SFL US finals wrapped up, Capcom surprisingly dropped a bunch of information about the 2025 Pro Tour. Let me show you this. So they announced that these are going to be the offline events for the 2025 season. It's a little bit different from last year, but it's the same number of events. So there was 8 offline events last year, and there's 8 offline events this year. But some of them are different. We got 3 Evos now: Evo Japan, Evo France, and Evo. It's okay. I think this is a good spread of events. I would have liked a bit more offline events this year, but you know, beggars can't be choosers. It's the Evo Pro Tour this year. I always think it's kind of funny that there's 2 European events and both of them are in France. Like, it's not so much the EU side of things as it's just UFA, which is in France, and Evo France. NA is the only region with 3 events. No UK, I guess. I didn't think Kings of the World will be returning, if I'm completely honest. I didn't get the vibe that it was like a well-defined event, if that makes sense. It feels like it was just kind of thrown together. Not that it was a bad event, but just that it didn't feel like there was a long-term plan for it, you know? So we still don't know, even though we now have the list of offline events, we still don't know if this is a winner-takes-all structure where you qualify for Capcom Cup just by winning the event, or if it's a points-based leaderboard next year. They haven't said. Hopefully it's points-based, but we'll see. And also, on top of this, a couple months ago, we also had confirmation of this, which I talked about previously. So 4 slots at the next Capcom Cup are reserved for the winners of Street Fighter League this year. So whichever team wins Street Fighter League Worlds Finals, all 4 players will be auto-qualified for the next Capcom Cup, which I still have mixed feelings about. You know, I'm not sure how I feel about spots in Capcom Cup being locked behind an invitational that doesn't have like a transparent qualification process, but it is what it is, you know. I can't change time. There's also a spot for the returning Capcom Cup champ this time. I feel bad for Uma. Uma is like the only person who missed his chance here. Like Uma did not auto qualify, but going forward everyone else will. So whoever wins Capcom Cup in a week and a half from now will auto-qualify for the next one. And what this means is that if you combine these 4 slots, the returning champion and the 8 offline events, we now have 13 slots already locked in for the 2025 season. That means that the World Warriors are going to get scaled back, I think, because there's less spots available for like online events now. My prediction is that a few regions are probably going to lose the like super region status, because last season it was a bit random, it felt like. I think they might also merge some regions together, because like Germany being its own region rather than part of EU West was an odd choice. Let me just get up the list, hang on. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Germany becomes part of EU West. And I also wouldn't be surprised if Spain, Portugal becomes part of France, Monaco. So I would expect a couple of regions to get absorbed together like that for the next format. But anyway, why am I talking about the CPT? There are interesting implications to all this. So what really stands out to me is not the events that they've chosen, but the dates. So the very first event of the season is going to be Evo Japan. And if you don't know, Evo Japan starts on May the 9th this year. It's early May. And this is much earlier than last year's CPT season. Last year, the World Warriors started like mid-June. And the first offline event was Evo, which was in July. So this time around, they're starting in early May. And this has important implications for the future of this game. So there is no precedent in Street Fighter generally for the seasonal balance patch not to happen before the CPT season starts. So what I mean by that is pretty much every single time there's a yearly rebalance and a yearly update, it happens before the new season starts so that people aren't playing on multiple different versions of the game. And that means that we're very, very likely to get the Season 3 update and potentially Elena as well, at least a week or 2 before Evo Japan starts, which means that we could be getting Season 3 as early as like mid-April, which would be significantly earlier than last year. Last year, the Season 2 update dropped in late May. This time, it sounds like it might be mid-April. So that means we're only like potentially 2 months away from a big update at most. So the other thing is that if Season 3 really is dropping in April, then it might even be possible we get some reveals at Capcom Cup. It's hard to be certain about this since last year Capcom put out a tweet about a week before Capcom Cup started saying, "We're not revealing anything, please don't yell at us." So far they haven't yet for this Capcom Cup, but they might do it. So there may be a tweet in the next few days from Capcom saying if they are or are not planning to announce anything. I would keep an eye on that. And the other thing is that at Capcom Cup last year, they had a playable early build with Ed before he released, and that build also had balance changes. Do you guys remember the gas leak incidents from Capcom Cup last year? Like, at the Capcom Cup Ed setup, and there are some balance changes in this patch. Amencia has heavy scaling, which was true. Ken throw loops are gone. Do you guys remember that like 15 minutes where you suddenly had faith in better things were possible? I think the happiest I've felt in this game's entire history was like the 1 hour between like these tweets coming out and the subsequent step back afterwards. Ken's throw loops are gone, brackets not all. The gas leak incidents at this like Capcom Cup test build went crazy. And I want to assure you guys, if there is some kind of Season 3 test build at Capcom Cup this year, I pledge to everyone watching this video that I will gaslight and lie about all the changes I find, okay? I plan to declare throw loops are dead based on absolutely nothing. I plan to tell you about how your main did or didn't get given a gun. You can trust me to be completely unreliable, and that is a certified broski promise. So all those changes that you wanted, the ones that you've been asking for 2 years, I'm going to tell you they're true, just to give you like 15 minutes of satisfaction, even if they're not. That's my plan for Capcom Cup. If there is any kind of like Season 3 test build, which I'm not expecting there to be, but it's possible. So yeah, I mean, that's, I guess, good news in general, though. We're going to probably, almost certainly getting Season 3 and Elena earlier than expected, which is nice, because there is a lot of waiting in between characters in this game. But anyway, let me know what you guys think. Are you excited for this? Let me know down in the comments, and I will see you guys all in the next video.